the taxpayers billions of dollars for the disruption.
So Republican Senator Steve Daines tells Fox,
we should put the pain on members of Congress. If you can't get the budget bills passed, suspend their pay until they get it passed.
Now, some House Republicans refuse to approve short-term funding for October, wanting a full budget instead. Congressman Ralph Norman tells Fox Business,
if we can agree on the 12 appropriations, we can do it. And yes, we can pass it. It's just going to take working night and day. But I'll tell you this, your family businesses work night and day.
Republicans also want spending cuts Senate Democrats do not support. GOP lawmakers also do not plan to approve new funding for Ukraine. President Volodymyr Zelensky asked for a meeting with Congress. President Biden did provide military aid when they met at the White House.
And will continue to provide humanitarian aid to help millions of innocents suffering from Russia's aggression. And what they've done to your children is just criminal.
And amid a big surge of illegal border crossings this week, 10,000 migrants on Wednesday alone, the president blamed Republicans, saying they
spent 4 years gutting the immigration system under my predecessor. They continue to undermine our border security today, blocking bipartisan reform.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff reports Eagle Pass, Texas has been hit hardest this week.
A state of emergency has been declared due to thousands of migrants being forced to camp under a bridge as an overflow location. Here's the city's mayor.
Here in Eagle Pass, we feel abandoned. We shouldn't have to be dealing with this. This is a federal issue.
It's day 8 of the auto workers strike.
I'm hoping Ford's does the right thing and they get something worked out and negotiated and we all get ready to go back to work.
But if there's no deal,
then I guess we'll be striking a little longer.
He talked to Fox Business Network's Grady Trimble at a Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan. If there's no progress in talks today, the union warns it could expand the strike. America's listening to Fox News.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
Vice President Harris was famously, or if you ask Republicans, infamously put in charge of trying to resolve the surge of illegal immigration, addressing the root causes. Now she's being put in charge of something else.
A variety of groups, including those in favor of stricter gun control rules, wrote a letter to the president earlier this year demanding the creation of a White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. The groups that demanded the creation of this office also asked for more of a plan on how the Safer Communities Act would be implemented. That law, which passed last year, incentivized states to have red flag laws and expanded background checks for 18 to 21-year-olds. Firearms recently overtook car crashes as the #1 cause of death among children in the United States. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
6 months after a deadly school shooting in Texas, the teen killer gets punished.
The 16-year-old was charged with capital murder and attempted capital murder earlier this year for shooting and killing one student and injuring another at a Dallas area school. He admitted to being the shooter and asked a jury to determine his sentence. What they came up with was 40 years. Because of his age, Tarrant County prosecutors withheld the teen's name. They say on the morning of March 20th, he fired a shotgun into a group of students waiting for the doors to be opened at Lamar High School in Arlington. 16-year-old Jashawn Poirier was killed. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising modestly the day after a big sell-off, triple-digit losses for the Dow and the NASDAQ. On Thursday Night Football.
Pressure. Deep. Caught. Samuel. Touchdown.
Brock Purdy's second TD pass sealed the win for San Francisco, beating the New York Giants 30-12 on Amazon Prime Video. The 49ers are now 3-0 to start the NFL season. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Danville man charged in a deadly road rage shooting in Texas. Police in Van Zandt County, Texas, say a woman shot while in a car on Tuesday on I-20. Police determined Jason Rashad Williams, the shooter. He was driving an 18-wheeler at the time. Williams being held on one count of murder and 3 additional charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. A man dead after fleeing from police and crashing in Champaign. They say Damani Turner killed in the accident Tuesday night at the intersection of Springfield Avenue and Staley Road. He previously fled a traffic stop by Champaign County Sheriff's Office earlier in the night. Police believe he was fleeing the area after spotting a Sheriff's Department car on Staley Road. Well, Susana Soriano is Governor Pritzker's pick to be next director of banking for the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. Soriano previously served as the deputy director of banking after joining the department in October of 2020. That's what's happening. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim.
Well, good morning. It's Friday. It is September. Late. Somewhere. 22nd.
Yeah. Actually, fall starts tomorrow
morning.
Fall
starts tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing. You're just telling me what to say because I have no clue. Friday. So, yeah, I have a hard time gathering the month. We're in September, but then we're going to October like a week from Sunday. Come on, man.
1:50 in the morning, by the way, on the official arrival of the old fall equinox.
I could call you and we could watch it together, I guess, if you wanted to. Our weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
No.
Exactly. Carl reminds you it's Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and you can talk to your provider about if you're in the high risk factors and what that test looks like. Learn more at carl.org.
All right, pretty good rain around here there, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier. What you gazing here out your maps and windows for the weekend, sir?
Yeah, rains that have been pretty much even-keeled around here over the past 24 to 36 hours. A nice half to some spots at an inch. We picked up areas to the west and northwest of us. More overnight rain where it is coming on down, and it is not moving at all. So in pockets from Logan County, outside of the Decatur area, Macon County, up to about LaSalle County, including sections of Livingston County, flood advisories in effect. On top of the rains and wet grounds of the past 24 to 36 hours, another 1 to 2 and almost it'll be probably better than 3 inches that will have come on down. So that's pushing totals outside of Lincoln, for example, at almost 6 inches. It'll be 3 to 5 before all is said and done. McLean County and on that corridor along and basically either side of the I-55 corridor. Very much manageable around here, and that's just a small area, not a widespread area of the Corn Belt. So this too shall pass, and warmer, drier days suitable for getting the back 40 to harvest mode are coming our way. Out the door this morning, a little bit of a dampish feel at 66 at Willard and Savoy. Later on today, skies turn partly sunny, and any mention of a shower is going to be, as we see it now, a few drops of rain just outside and north of the downtown and up through Ford County, kind of moving away. That's the story this morning. May bubble up something outside of the county this afternoon. 81 the expected high. Equinox tonight at 1:50 in the morning. Partly cloudy, 57. No fall weather at all till we get into the first week or 10 days of October with the drop-off in temperatures there. Mostly sunny, warm for the day tomorrow. Kickoff temperature 83 degrees on a light east to southeast wind. 50s tomorrow night. May spring a stray isolated shower early and late in the day. Sunday, partly sunny and about 78. And that's the story. Monday, Tuesday, a stray shower or two at 75 on Monday. Mid-70s Tuesday, back into the 75 to 80 degree weather for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and dry weather to boot. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Well, she's founder of the Pocketbook Project. She's former chairwoman for the Massachusetts Republican Party. I should talk. I'm in Illinois, Jennifer Nusseur. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm great. Nice to talk to a Republican in Massachusetts. Here we are in Illinois, and I think Massachusetts is probably going better than Illinois. Anyway.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, okay, so it looks like the government's going to shut down for a few weeks. They're probably not going to get this done. What do you think?
I don't think they're going to get it done. I mean, you know, it's kind of an unfortunate situation, and you guys understand this as well as I do, right? Like, you know, it's always the squeaky wheel that gets the grease, and in this case, you've got, you know, some super conservative holdouts that don't want to give anything, and you know, as McCarthy said, you know, they just want to burn the whole place down, and that's not the way to go about this, right? I mean, if you're in government, you are there to represent the people, and it's all of us, it's everyone in the country, and it's also from a political perspective. This isn't going to help those other, you know, those members of Congress that are in more moderate districts where they just barely won in the midterms. coming into a presidential election, I mean, I know in Massachusetts, I mean, God help us, we don't have anyone who's elected in Congress. However, despite that point, like in New York, you have some really good people, on Long Island, Nicole Malliotakis in Staten Island that are in more moderate districts. And, they during a presidential election year, it gets tight. And so, we're decreasing, right? This is like government by decreasing our numbers. And what I always said as party chair is, you can only have a fight if you're inside the castle. But if you're outside the castle on the other side of the moat with the snapping alligators, you're not going to have a discussion. So I would prefer to see them all get together to get this moving and work from day one on how we reduce spending going forward instead of, doing this as soon as budget talks start coming up.
Well, I just have the inclination to get everybody in the Senate and everybody in the House, just kind of do like a state of the state, and I'd like to be at the podium. And I would like to say, hey, you guys, you're awesome. We're going to go a different direction. So we're going to have to let y'all go. I mean, it's just the whole thing's just a dumpster fire, it feels like, because look at the mess on the border. At least the White House admitting, oh, that's right, they blame Trump. What are you kidding? Are you kidding? The border is Trump's fault. I mean, listen, Jennifer, please just.
Well, Biden's delusional.
If you tell me one thing, tell me I'm not that dumb to listen to Karine Jean-Pierre say it's all MAGA people and it's all Trump. No. I'm not that dumb, right?
No. They are delusional. This is the most delusional White House ever. I don't know what TV show they live in, but it's something from another planet. The stuff that comes out of her mouth, the things that they spew, the falsehoods that they spew, coming from the White House is really offensive, I think, to everyone in America, because we're all smarter than that, and everyone sees what's going on. And everyone knows that the Republicans had worked on securing the border. And the 10,000 migrants that came over yesterday, right? I mean, we're seeing historic numbers come over. That didn't happen under the Trump administration or any other Republican administration, but this administration wants to just give our country away for free.
Well, wait a minute. No, what Karine said it was the Republicans' fault. I mean, I'm so confused. This is, what I fear is that we are not paying attention. I won't say we're dumb, but we're not paying attention. And I think there's a lot more paying attention, but it just feels like they can stand up there and blame Republicans, and there'll be people saying, well, I heard it was the Republicans' fault. What the heck?
You know what this is called? This is called gaslighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. It is.
Right?
That's right.
They gaslight the public into thinking, that this is what happened, and it's not true, and it's really unfortunate. I mean, here's the thing: they're setting up the 2024 elections to be a banner year for Republicans, as long as Republicans can stop, doing the circular firing squad and looking at each other and shooting at each other, and instead saying, we have a mission. The mission is to win, right? We have an opportunity to win. We have an opportunity to win the White House. We have the opportunity to win both houses of Congress. That would be amazing if we could do that. But in order to do that, we need to actually get our act together and stop doing this publicly.
No, I just don't know. I'm not sure that's going to happen. I mean, in 2015, I was envisioning it's a country club, and Republicans and Democrats kind of winking at each other. We got a cool job, got a lot of power, going to have money for the rest of our life. I think the whole thing is just a mess. I think my brother wanted to do term limits in about 1984. So let's bring that up. How about you go serve?
I agree.
Jennifer, you go serve for 8 or 10 years, and then you got to get your pharmacy job back. What do you think? Let's write a musical. We can do this. Come on.
Wait, they would actually have to make money in the private sector and figure out how to make a living that way. I agree. I think term limits are amazing. It's a great way to clear out the house. And listen, you can come back and run again, after 2 cycles, but you need to get out, because look, we have the likes of, Dianne Feinstein, Nancy Pelosi, even Mitch McConnell, Joe Biden. We have all of these old politicians in there that are not
too old.
Really old.
Really old.
Yeah.
I mean, 80-something is like, okay, thank you. You're awesome.
Time to go.
Let me help you down the stairs. Come on, man. It's just, I just a head shaker why we tolerate all this, but that's exactly what we've done. And it's not working very well. And I think I would say over half of the country is going, I'm just shrugging my shoulders. This is ridiculous. Why aren't we smarter and all that stuff? Men can't have babies. Boys shouldn't play in girls' sports. I mean, what happened to the common sense? What happened to the common sense? They always talk about science. What about the science? Man. Okay, I feel better.
There's none. But you know what? That's why people need to go vote and not throw up their hands and say, forget this, I'm not doing this. That's why you need to go work on campaigns. That's why you need to run for office yourself, right? Because if you don't like what you see, don't throw up your hands and say, I'm all done with this. Politics is disgusting. Nothing gets done. Then you are part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. So you should either find someone to run yourself, go help on a campaign, and make sure that it's a person who shares your values and morals and actually can win and get, like I said, get in the castle and have the arguments and have those fights and be a good steward for representing the public who doesn't have a voice. Because right now, I agree, most of us don't have a voice because it's in that echo chamber. They have no idea what they're talking about. I know personally the Massachusetts contingency in Congress, both Markey, Warren, and all of the morons that are on our congressional delegation, they do nothing for us. You don't see them in the communities. They're not helping, and they're only spewing the facts that they get from the White House, and that is despicable.
How can people find Jennifer Nassour, N-A-S-S, I think, A-U-R?
O-U-R.
O-U-R.
Very close.
N-A-S-S-O-U-R.
Yep, I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep, just like that, at Jennifer Nassour. You could find me on Twitter, or you could look up Pocketbook Project. I'm there, and I also host a podcast called Political Contessa.
You got it going on, Political Contessa. Thanks for your time. Always a pleasure. We appreciate it. Thank you. Jennifer Nassour on the Tapman's Towing phone line now. Sports headlines.
Well, Milwaukee beats St. Louis 6-0. Here's your Redbird recap.
No, we'll catch that next.
Okay.
Maybe later in the morning.
Gotta work our way up to that.
As by my count, we'll get the 6th or 7th pick in the draft.
Okay.
That's going to be a good player.
Okay.
So that's good.
And we started off the week with that Wayno 200th win.
John Rooney called it the highlight of the year.
There you go.
Like I did. That's the highlight of the year.
Dakota Hudson on the mound. It's an 8:40 start here on ESPN 93.5 out in San Diego. We have the Pittsburgh Pirates come from behind and beat the Cubs in the last inning 8-6. Dang it, we need Cubs to win.
There's just something funky going on right now. They're not playing very well, and it's a bad time.
Well, the Colorado Rockies at Wrigley.
They're the 3rd worst team in baseball.
Okay.
They gotta win. Let's just not even think sweet.
All right.
Let's get 2.
Okay.
And you're still going to be in it, but you got to go to Atlanta and Milwaukee to finish the year. That's not going to be easy for the Cubs.
1:20 start today, tomorrow, and Sunday over on US 105.9. Chicago White Sox will have a game against Boston. That's a 6:10 start. San Francisco 49ers beat the Giants yesterday, 30-12.
Yep, that was expected, I think. Let's check weather, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
They remind you it's Take Your Kid Outside Week, and there's lots of great activities starting tonight at the Anita Purvis Nature Center with a movie outside. All kinds of activities to learn about as you visit urbanaparks.org.
If you like Jets Pizza, you're going to like our steamer. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. And overnight rains have been slow to move and recurring over parts of North Central and Central Illinois to our northwest and north. Some spots from LaSalle County, 1 to 3 inches of rain have come on down, close to 6 inches in areas just northwest of Decatur, centered right around sections of Logan County. In any event, a couple of showers around parts of the area for this morning, a rumble of thunder, and maybe an isolated shower this afternoon. Becoming partly sunny, 81, down tonight to a partly cloudy low of 57. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm. Kickoff temperature and highs at around 83 and a light east-southeasterly wind. Back into a couple of isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. Highs up near 78 on Sunday. 70s for Monday and Tuesday right through the rest of next week. Back into a mild and drier weather pattern the middle and late portions of next week for outdoor work and harvest-related activities. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
UC Bank, leading the way to your financial wellness. No matter where your financial journey begins, Pathways banking options at Busey are designed with your goals in mind. UC Bank, building strong financial futures, one family, one street, one city at a time. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Amazon says it won't be raising the price of a Prime membership next year, but it is ending its commercial-free version of Prime Video. If you want commercial-free viewing, you'll need to pay an extra $2.99 a month. Amazon says it will alert subscribers a few weeks ahead of the change. The Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger is close to being approved in the United Kingdom. Regulators there have endorsed the merger plan to sell off cloud gaming rights to Ubisoft, a competitor, to reduce the dominance of the business. Shares of Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis are all lower. The UAW is threatening to expand the targeted strike if there is no significant progress in negotiations by noon Eastern Time. And Apple shares are higher. Its iPhone 15 is released today. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jeannie Cosolda. Invested in you.
The second GOP primary debate is coming September 27th, and the Fox News Podcast Network is talking about it with the Fox News Rundown Podcast, the Bret Baier Podcast, The Untold Story with Martha McCallum, Fox News Sunday with Shannon Bream, and Dana Perino is taking her listeners on the road to 2024 and beyond with a brand new podcast, Perino on Politics. Listen anytime, everywhere at foxnewspodcasts.com, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County has been bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope since 1991. To date, Habitat of Champaign has built 118 homes, but the need for safe, decent, and affordable housing is greater than ever. When you donate your time or money to Habitat or make a purchase from the Habitat Restore, you are empowering local families and helping them achieve the strength, stability, and self-reliance they need to build a bright future for themselves. For more information about Habitat for Humanity of Champaign, please visit cuhabitat.org.
By now, you've all heard the expression, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. But who are they? They, the PDR staff, understand that a name is only as good as the people that represent it. The PDR staff has more than 335 years of combined automotive experience. Several employees now on staff for more than 25 years. PDR, more than just a name. Family owned and operated, now celebrating over 50 years in business.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
All right, 7:24, high school football. The two best teams in the area appear to be Centennial High School and the St. Joe Ogden Spartans, both undefeated. There's a number of good teams with one loss, and by gosh, by gum, we're going in the fifth week of high school already.
I know it.
It's just nuts.
And so many homecoming celebrations. So people are getting fancied up. I think Muhammad Seymour had their parade, Urbana. So Unity's is next weekend. So just, it seems like time's just flying by. I mean, autumn starts tomorrow, and like you said, October's next week.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. Last quarter coming up for the 2023 year, and then we're into an election year, and you're going to hear political commercials a lot in 2024 because that's what happens in presidential election years, and there's a lot of different dynamics in this coming presidential election. Like, you think it'll really be Donald Trump and Joe Biden? That's apparently what the odds makers say, but hard to think with all that's going on that it's going to stay true to form. But I guess Time will tell, but at some point it's going to be too late to really ramp it up. You have to Joe Biden wants to run, and Donald Trump's way ahead, and they're trying to prevent him from even running. Aaron Ammons is coming in next Wednesday.
That's right.
We're going to spend a half an hour at the county clerk about the process of voting. I mean, I have a particular philosophy on voting. I don't think it should be a season. I think it should be a little, if you are out of town, I'm going to California on business, I'm not coming, then you should have an absentee ballot. That's fine. We've been doing that successfully for a while. But to completely open it for a wide berth to you should encourage people to vote, but it's an opportunity to vote based on your desire to vote. But it shouldn't be go get them to vote. Well, it's up to you to vote. And you need to get knowledgeable and why you want to vote, but it's a privilege and an opportunity to have a say in your democracy and republic. But it shouldn't be like, let's go recruit. Well, you should encourage, but you don't drag them to the polling booth. That's not how it should be.
Well, and I understood the boxes, especially during COVID. I thought that was a good idea to kind of spread things out and give people other options, but now I feel like we should reel it in.
Absolutely reel it in. Get it to where everybody believes in it. Republicans and Democrats, because Democrats have been complaining since the year 2000 about cheating. So the Republicans didn't invent it. And there's awfully a lot of disconcerting videos of people grabbing boxes from under tables and what even is in there. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but there's a way to secure a voting system that is absolutely fail-proof. 99.9. We could do that.
Well, in today's day and age with the technology, I think we should have a video going all the time when votes are being counted. If you're not counting, you shut off the video, and then you start the video again, and you have the video with the number of votes that are in there, and we're going to start counting again.
I just think there's a way to seal it and absolutely make this a done deal. We're really smart at stuff, and we could do it, but there's just a lack of, I think, desire. I think the looseness is kind of built in. That's just because I'm skeptical. Okay, we have a Stever.
Awesome.
You like pizza?
Yes.
Do you like Jets pizza?
I do.
I've got a $50 bill for you. All you got to do is go to gostever.com, click on the little button there, and you'll get an email tonight if you're a winner, and then spend it tomorrow if you want.
And we love it for somebody to have a new experience at Jets, because you will be astounded at this Detroit-style pizza. The first time I took a bite, that crust is out of this world.
Well, they do a few things differently at Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They never put any flash frozen cheese. It's fresh, and then they do their own sauce.
Yes,
which I think would be a problem for.
And it's more of a corner style on that Detroit style pizza.
It's kind of a rectangle,
right?
Yeah, and it's crispy and really flavorful.
Right.
And I would think as a delivery driver it'd be a problem, because if one piece is missing, they'll notice. You can't moosh it together when they're squared.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can moosh it together on like a brownie that you take or something, but you can't moosh together.
Okay, Stevie.
Well, I'm just saying, don't ever be a delivery person if you're hungry.
Right now, they've got jetspizza.com a bunch of chicken pizza special. I love the chicken bacon ranch.
Buffalo
they have
chicken.
Buffalo ranch chicken. They have Aloha barbecue chicken. I mean, you can try something new that you've never had before when you win from us and Jets.
Okay, so go stever.com if you're not a member. It's very simple. You just register, like thousands of you have, because a crazy radio person's giving out money.
I mean, why not?
I don't know. $50 is what I'm handing out. We'll do a number of these, so good luck to you. Hope you get a Jets. What a wonderful way to start your weekend.
2 locations at Neal and Green near Campustown and near Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis.
All right, live from Pia's today. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Pia's after 3 with Lonte and Derek Piper.
Absolutely.
A lot going on.
And the Woody wagon is there, and that means it'll take up a notch when it comes to the party on the patio. There's all kinds of drink specials, the staff, the people handing out samples, and of course there's all kinds of different shirts and hats and promotional items that you could win. It's going to be a great time after 3, so join us. Of course, we're all about the Illini, and we're handing out the tickets to see the Illini versus the Owls at 2:30 tomorrow.
All right. Johnny, brother Johnny next.
Everybody needs insurance, and that's why I love Kyle Lewis at Insurance Providers Group. This is Jay Lehman, All-American linebacker. Kyle provides auto, life, health, and all kinds of commercial lines of insurance. They are my one-stop shop for all my insurance needs, and all my rental properties are insured by IPG. That's why you need to email Kyle at IPGINS.com. Kyle at IPGINS.com.
The Blossom Basket Florist has been in business since 1954. In the last 25 years, the Blossom Basket Florist has processed over 535,000 orders. That's 21,400 orders per year. With that type of volume, they know they have satisfied customers who just keep coming back. Find out why their customers love their designs and customer service. From simple to simply magnificent, they can design for any type of event. Visit them at 1002 North Cunningham and Urbana or online at blossombasket.com.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. With 9 days left until a possible government shutdown, some House Republicans are sticking around the Capitol this weekend, getting spending bills ready for a vote Tuesday. South Carolina Republican Ralph Norman on Fox Business.
We've got to stop this spending with what the Biden administration is doing, and we'll see how it turns out. Do I think a shutdown now is likely? Yes, I do.
Montana Senate Republican Steve Daines.
It's time to cut spending, get budgets passed. But this government shutdown nonsense, frankly, is going to hurt the American people, cost more money.
He was on Fox and Friends. A blown tire may have been what sent a charter bus down a ravine in New York State, killing 2 adults on a high school band camp trip from Long Island to Pennsylvania.
We heard about the tire, but we can't be positive on that right now.
Orange County Executive Stephen Newhouse tells Fox at least 5 kids are in critical condition, among dozens injured. There is a federal investigation. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign County coroner identified a 23-year-old man who died Tuesday after he crashed his car fleeing from police. Wayne Northrup identified the man as Devontae Turner, adding he was pronounced dead at Carl Foundation Hospital. Northrup says Turner died as a result of injuries in that crash. Urbana Park District launching a new fundraiser. It'll help pay for a new playground. The Prairie Play Playground at Meadowbrook Park was built in 1995, but next year it'll have a new design. The goal is to create something open to everyone. Park District building a zip line, signs for those who are nonverbal, and a new concrete path. The Park District wants to raise $150,000. Latest COVID-19 vaccine starting to roll out across central Illinois. It follows the approval of the FDA. Federal agencies greenlit the updated vaccines to combat the latest strains of COVID that are currently circulating and causing a recent wave of severe COVID cases across the U.S. That's what's happening. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. The rains have been even keeled, soaking, and certainly percolating of late. It's a usual trade-off between, harvest-related activities and backyard-related activities. Things will dry out over the course of the front part of the weekend, but boy, in the overnight hours, 6 inches in areas around Logan County out northwest of Decatur. That's the overnight rainfall totals, and up and around LaSalle County, close to 3 or 4 before all said and done. Most of that broader-based activity to the north and northeast of us as the morning progresses. Still a stray shower thunderstorm here this morning and late this afternoon possible at 81 with a partly sunny sky. 57 tonight. Weekend forecast. Kickoff temperature of 83 with sunshine, light wind, maybe a couple of isolated to widely scattered showers back in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 78 on Sunday. 70s Monday and Tuesday. Back in an extended, dry, milder pattern beginning mid to late next week. Highs between 75 and 80 degrees. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Does your home have those annoying outdoor spigots that leak and have no pressure? Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing can help. Install a new Woodford outdoor spigot so your gardens and flowers don't suffer in this summer heat. Make sure your home's outdoors look great and call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing at 217-841-4728. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Yeah, Friday morning, Brother Johnny's down in New Orleans. Johnny.
Hey, good morning, Steve. What's happening?
Well, we're getting our Main Street and Harrison Street in downtown Philo. Parking stripes are going in outside our door. So
Okay.
Got that going on.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so on the docket, firstly, Illinois plays football tomorrow. It is Florida Atlantic. We're a 13-point favorite. Their starting quarterback's out for the year. And we need a victory to go 2-2 ahead of the real Big Ten stretch of winnable games and losable games. Frankly, they're going to be really toss-ups. I think the whole West is really a toss-up. But, yeah, Johnny, I mean, we had nearly 50,000 for Penn State, nearly 50,000 for Toledo in the opener. So there's a little surge in interest in Illinois football, which I think is good.
Yeah, and they're good. They've got some work to do yet to put it together. I liked the defense last week. And the offense was just... Hank Stram had a game once. He took the films into the room with the guys and threw them in the wastebasket. They were not looking at the... I don't think it was that bad, but yeah, you got to erase some of that stuff and move on. But Penn State's good, I guess. And now we go, Steve.
Yep, now we go. See if we can get some football victories. Okay, at the White House press briefing with Karine Jean-Pierre, the greatest press spokesman ever. Sarcastic.
Well, I mean, not lately. She's not any worse than the other one. But anyway.
It's Peter Doocy, Fox News. It's an absolute crisis at the border. I thought she handled this very maturely.
What do you call it here at the White House when 10,000 people illegally cross the border in a single day?
So what do you call it, Peter, when GOP puts forth a wait, no, you can't. I'm answering, okay, we're going to move on. No, we're moving on.
Karine, please.
In the back.
You said you were stopping the flow at the border.
No, I tried to answer, Peter, I tried to answer the question, you stopped me. Let's go.
Then you're crazy.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, that's the White House going on the press briefing room right there. And then Joe Biden, last night, said this about 10,000 people a day at the border now.
For decades, immigration reform has been a bipartisan in this country. Unfortunately, the mega Republican congressman of my predecessor spent 4 years gutting the immigration system under my predecessor.
Tell me I'm not that dumb.
Wow, that's not true. But wow, I don't understand how you can listen to that and think about sticking with these folks, because the border is a crisis. 10,000 feet, that's 300,000 people a day, and it's totally illegal. As in, the people in Washington that we hear from, they have been fighting about A, B, C for the last 200 years and come up with how to do something. And the deal is that's what we go with. And they're just not doing it. Wreck the immigration system? We don't have an immigration system, Steve. For good people who want to work through a summer work program, they have a dossier that's an inch and a half thick. The kids who want to work in America can't afford the legal through our regular immigration system, because they haven't been working on that at all. This complete invasion is going to have serious consequences. And I'm all for people who want to come and share our American life, and I wish the whole world could do it, but you can't do it like that. And we all know it. And to stand there and just lie to us, how long are we going to put up with it? That's the question.
That's why I said certainly we're more aware than to hear him say it's Donald Trump's fault on the border.
There's some things that are controversial, and there's some things that are just tragic. This is way past controversy, and we can't manage it. And we just let the chips fall where they may, and if one of them falls on you, so too bad.
I mean, am I wrong in fantasizing this moment about being at the podium in a full house with the Senate and the House and just saying, you know what, thank you. We're going to have to let you go. And just start again, because this is a mess. The whole thing's a mess. We're probably going to shut the government down next weekend, Johnny.
Well, and that's, of course, we go through that almost every year. But I think they'll obviously come up with something, Steve, because the problem we have, which is most of our politicians are just worried about being reelected. protect us from too long of government shutdown, because blaming one side or the other doesn't work like it used to, because that's what they all do. But there are certain common sense things that this administration is doing that's hurting us badly. It's $13,500 more a year to live since he was put in for the average American family. If you're making $75,000, you're basically down to $62,000. That's a lot of difference, Steve. It hurts your car note. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out to eat, and that's just from bad policy. It isn't, oh well, that stuff happens. No, that's from handing out money and hurting our economy by shutting down our energy program.
Yeah.
I mean, forget about Dems and GOP. It's a matter of you can figure this out if you wanted to, but they have a different agenda, and that's that kind of second. America has to quit being the world's bully and telling people what to do. We need to step back and get into our own place.
Yeah.
And that sounds very noble, but in fact, it's just going to hurt everybody, because who else is going to take over? Well, we can only guess, and it won't be as good as we are.
I mean, from the standpoint of the philosophy of they're just trying to, George Soros and that group and the far left are trying to rip the country apart because we're so evil. America's the bad guy. I think they're getting an A+ from me. I mean, they're just
they're doing good,
man.
But we're doing well because we're still slogging through it. I think with what we've taken, the hits we've taken, we're in pretty good shape. We can't withstand it.
I'm saying, Johnny, but if we go 4 more years with the same policy, I think
right. It's like a hurricane. If it stops over Homa, like Hurricane Ida for 3 hours at Hurricane 3, it can't go that long. It's got to move on.
Right.
The storm has to stop, because eventually it's like the engineering formula, Steve. N cycles to failure. Enough of this battering in the country can't last like we know it. So you can talk about it, but if people don't understand, we need to get out of this situation we're in with the progressives running the country. We're going to have hell to pay. I think we already are.
It's 7:42 on ESPN 93.5. That's Diane. I'm Stevie J. This is Brother Johnny on the Tapman's Towing phone line. Aaron Ammons, our county clerk, is coming to visit me next Wednesday at 8. My philosophy on voting is somewhat different than I think what is commonly accepted in Illinois. I think we should tighten up our voting system where both sides feel very comfortable with what we're doing, and yet it feels very loose, and I would like to have a voting day. I'd like to have maybe a week for absenteeism and people that are legitimately out of town, but photo ID to make sure the right person is voting, all that. What other things would you say would make America have more faith in our system?
Well, I don't know why you would do anything else, because if it's that big a deal, you can take time to go vote. You don't have to, I gotta go register and vote. What is that? And the problem we have is there are too many ways, if somebody wanted to cheat, that they can do it. And you can go through them and spend a couple hours talking about it. And all you can do in defense is say, no, but nobody would do that.
Yeah.
I can't say that without laughing.
Yeah.
Because people, if there's a way to cheat, some people do. Most of us don't. But you cannot trace the massive amounts of mail-in ballots that are put in a remote box. That's not possible to trace it. Therefore, to assume that many of those votes, who knows how many, because you can't know, are fraudulent, is not irrational or election denying. It's election questioning. How do you know that? Oh, well, here's our process. And you can explain it, but then you can, well, how do you do that? Oh, we do that. No, you don't. You can't even know from a same-day registration whether the guy's even who he is, because the fake ID thing, and I don't even think they always need an ID, Steve. It's too loose, you're right, and there's reasons to. Well, we have a new video that came out of the mayor stuffing the ballot box in Connecticut with a bunch of votes. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, she's the mayor of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and there's one of those drop boxes, and it's at night, and she's got a bag of something, and she's putting them in the. Yeah,
but there are barcodes, and one printed for the voter, and if it's voted and that name is voted, then you're not supposed to be able to barcode the same, So they're harvesting votes. They're getting. You can vote by mail and get a bunch sent to your house if they're eligible voters, but you can't control who's filling them out. Nobody can, I guess.
No, and then in many states now, once the Dems start to refine the system, they're signing the envelope, Steve. You send your mail-in ballot in, and your signature signed across the seal. So once you take the ballot out to run it, there's no signature. So you go back to look at the ballot, there's no signature.
I see.
It's just a ballot.
I see.
You could have 500 ballots, okay, run these, and someone swap those out.
Well, plus,
that'll never happen. How do you know that'll never happen?
You can't really compare signatures very easily. I guess it's comparable, but man, sometimes you can't read anybody's name on those things anyway. You have no idea.
Well, it's impossible to do it with the volume of the votes.
Yeah.
And my question would be, why do you want to make it that easy? Somebody asked, why are the Republicans trying to make it so hard to vote? And Eddie, that was on the show Wednesday, and Eddie said, what a stupid question. That's really not a stupid question. And the answer, or the counter response is, well, why would you make it so easy to vote? If it's that easy, it's too easy to compromise the system. That's all.
Yeah.
And what we have to do is simply have a way where you can vote. Go and vote. It's you. Okay. Vote for whoever and whatever you want. But there's no way to do that with the massive mail-in ballots, and it's not democratic because it opens the door to fraud, which means we lose our democracy.
Well, I mean, what we have too is if I go most places that have any substance, I went to FedEx and they wanted a photo ID. Why?
No, well, the ID thing's just when you hear that argument, then you have to suspect another agenda. When someone says, "Oh, they shouldn't have to have an ID," when you have to have an ID, like you say, to get a copy of something, or what sometimes to go, to a football game or something. It used to be, well, they'd strip you down, but you do have to have an ID for almost everything. And voting should be, I think you need 2 IDs to vote, to be honest with you, because that's so important. The people in charge of how our lives are lived and have a lot of influence are the ones we're voting for. Jimmy Carter said you can't let mail-in ballots get out of hand. Mm-hmm. You can't trace them. Mm-hmm. There's no way to control that process. That was not a Republican. He wants everybody to vote, but he wants a fair vote. And so that's why I voted for Jimmy. He's an honest man, and he recognized the importance of a fair vote and that over reliance on mail-ins, there's no way to control it. You just can't do it.
Well,
you just can't have that as part of the process.
What don't you need an ID for? You can't travel. Can't go on an airplane without an ID. You can't. I didn't know you couldn't go to FedEx without an ID. You can't get liquor without an ID. I mean, there's all kinds of things that just normally it's a very normal thing to say, hey, we want to see if you're old enough. Not necessarily who you are, but in the case of flying an airplane.
And there's suspicion that illegal immigrants are voting. But you don't have to worry about them because they all have IDs, so they can still vote.
Yeah.
Believe me, they got IDs. And you're right. It's another way of loosening the process and screaming you down, like the press secretary did to Peter Doocy, and not answering the question because it could lead to a change that you don't want.
But
if we had, Steve, go back to your one-day voting. If you had a deal. So for now, we're a little bit confused. We're just going to have one-day voting. Make sure you get ready to vote and don't miss it. The Democrats would lose every seat. They wouldn't win it.
You really think so? Huh? Wow.
Well, not every seat, but they would be overrun. And some of that is because some Democratic voters would have a hard time doing it, and so it's legitimate. But most of it is because you tighten it up, and the real sentiment is not for open borders. It's not for stealing the store owners' wares, and it's not for guys playing on girls' teams. It's overwhelming, and yet the people who push it still get elected. Does something about that seem odd to you, Steve?
Yeah, right. It's Brother Johnny. So Aaron Ammons, County Clerk, 8 o'clock this coming Wednesday. Don't miss it. And, hey, he's a good guy. I like him. And we're going to talk about it. And he'll tell me what they do, and I'll question the system. And that's kind of how it'll go because I'm skeptical of. And listen, I got a 10-minute montage of Democrats railing about cheating the Republicans have done since 2000. So it's not like a one-sided thing here.
Well, but it is one-sided as far as the number of votes produced because the Republicans can't cheat and they usually get caught. And then if they do, they get in trouble. So that's not going to work.
Well, that would mean you're suggesting not equal justice under the law. How dare you, sir? Come on. One more time, because this has been kind of my highlight this morning.
For decades, immigration reform has been a bipartisan in this country. Unfortunately, the mega Republican Congressman of my predecessor spent 4 years gutting.
Oh my gosh! It's just wait a minute. That's not true. He built the wall. He had the wall. He was really. Remember, you thought he was a racist and bigot because he built a wall. I don't get it.
Well, he controlled the immigration system according to the legislation on the books.
Yeah.
And the president has no regard for that whatsoever. That's called totalitarian rule. Don't worry about the law. We're not doing that anymore. He gutted it. I'm doing it the way we're going to do it. That's the progressive attitude, which is if it's what we want, there is no law because we're saving the world.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And everybody could have a view from a different angle on that, and guess what? We're at war. That's all there's to it.
Yeah.
Total anarchy. And that's the point of the American system, to have a way to understand we're all going to not agree on everything, but we're still going to all live together and somehow coexist. Even if we don't get along that well in some areas, we're going to still have a nice life. That's the idea of the American dream. And we need to keep it.
No.
It's the best thing going.
Yep,
Steve.
it's the best thing in the world. It's Brother Johnny, Tapman's Joint phone line. Johnny, appreciate it. Saints go to Green Bay. Let's go, Saints. Let's see if we can play a little better, smoother, and see if we can go to 3-0. The Saints haven't been. The Saints haven't been. Saints haven't been 2-0 in 10 years. What?
No, it's not easy. It's never easy to win any of these games.
Yeah.
And I'm a little worried about the Bears this week because they got a tough game.
Oof,
I forgot who they're playing.
Kansas City at Kansas.
Ooh, that's why I thought it was a tough game.
That's right.
Yeah, and listen, but you know how football is. It'll somehow be closer than you think, I guess. But boy, the Bears are. And then for I don't know if you heard the quarterback, Justin Fields, ask why are you overthinking? I don't know, coaching. Not good.
Right.
Not good. Anyway.
So then he had to walk it back with more comments at his locker.
You took me out of context.
Right.
You took me out of wait a minute. I don't know. You said it was coaching. And then the coach said, well, we like feedback. He answered properly, but boy, I don't know if there's turmoil. And then you go to Kansas City. Oh.
Well, you get it going. It goes, as Dickus says, when things go bad, they go bad, don't they? And then he spits.
Yeah, That's classic. Johnny, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Diane and Stevie.
Talk soon.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, Tapman's Joint phone line. 217-359-2255 if you want to jump on. Feel free. Stever handing out pizzas. Jets Pizza, Good Friday thing. Go to GoStever.com. Get in on this. Here's Greg's and the weekend weather.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Van Ham vicinity. And overnight rains have been slow to move and recurring over parts of North Central and Central Illinois to our northwest and north. Some spots for LaSalle County, 1 to 3 inches of rain have come on down, close to 6 inches in areas just northwest of Decatur, centered right around sections of Logan County. In any event, a couple of showers around parts of the area for this morning, a rumble of thunder, and maybe an isolated shower this afternoon. Becoming partly sunny, 81 down tonight to a partly cloudy low of 57 tomorrow. Mostly sunny and warm. Kickoff temperature and highs at around 83 and a light east-southeasterly wind. Back into a couple of isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. Highs up near 78 on Sunday. 70s for Monday and Tuesday right through the rest of next week. Back into a mild and drier weather pattern the middle and late portions of next week for outdoor work and harvest-related activities. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Yeah, somebody texted, why did the defensive coordinator for the Bears resign? It was health reasons.
Yeah, health and family reasons is what he said this week when he decided to step down. So Coach Matt Eberflus is calling all the defensive plays against Kansas City and did that actually last weekend against Tampa Bay.
So if I were defensive coordinator for the Bears, I'd have 2 words. Stop Mahomes. It's easy.
Okay.
Just stop Patrick Mahomes.
Easy enough.
Boom.
Hey, you can do the job, Stevie J.
That's it. So, guys, stop the quarterback for Kansas City. We win. What's the problem?
There we go.
All right. The news will be next. Coming back with our 8 o'clock hour. Joe Cardinale, retired Lieutenant Commander, New York City Police.
I got a text about Unity Junior High softball against Beecher in state. So we play like a fall softball these days. I mean, even Illinois softball against Lakeland College today. So I'm just used to that being a spring sport.
I think there's that too. So I don't know.
Anyway,
if your child isn't involved, we kind of lose track.
I know.
If your child's involved, it's everything, and we love hearing from you. If you have something, we love putting out good high school news.
Absolutely,
we love it. Please let us know anytime. We're happy to do shout outs like that because there's a lot of people work hard and don't get the attention maybe they deserve. But they're out there busting butt all the time trying to get her done. So,
and when it comes to women's sports, we also have Illinois and Michigan State in volleyball in Huff Hall at 1 o'clock on Sunday, and the women's soccer in DeMejeron is against Michigan. Yeah,
the Immersion Center. Mike Small got his raise. He's $400,000. You're going, that's a lot for a golf coach. Well, if you're one of the top golf coaches in America, you're going to get top pay.
He's worth it.
Good for him, and good for everybody that can make a lot of money because they're so good at it. I think it's awesome. All right, the news will be coming up next. It is Friday. We'll be live at Pia's today on West Springfield. The boys will be there. It's a crowd now. It's fun.
I know.
It's an event.
And the Bullet Woody Wagon will be there on the patio. Lots of free stuff and tickets to tomorrow's game.
We'll have them. News coming up.
Hi, this is Kirk Lehman with Aftershock Decals and Design. And right now we are looking for an honest, hardworking individual that wants a career with Aftershock Decals and Design. If you have any kind of experience wrapping vehicles, tinting windows, we want you. You can't touch this. No, not that kind of wrapper. Can't touch this. Please go to our website at aftershockdd.com, click on the jobs tab, and send in your resume. We want you. aftershockdd.com.
Here's what one shopper said about Pard's Western Shop in Urbana, 306 North Maple, between Maine and University. He said, sure, you can find booths at some big box stores, but nothing like Pard's selection. They're unique, they're local, and they have an excellent store. So many people that visit Pard's in Urbana say the same thing. Pard's in Urbana, 306 North Maple, you can find the best boots in the world and shop local. Visit pards.com, pards.com.
Crossroads Contractor Supply specializes in the delivery of tools and supplies within a 150-mile radius of Champaign-Urbana. Reliable, timely, and with reasonable prices, Crossroads Contractor Supply knows what equipment and tools are needed for your job. Get the job done right with proper tools and equipment. Did something break? Construction materials, tools, as well as safety equipment, all available at Crossroads Contractor Supply. Visit crossroadscontractorsupplyil.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, home of their award-winning Honda dealership, a double recipient of the prestigious Honda President's Award. With a legacy of excellence, they offer you the finest selection of Honda vehicles backed by unparalleled customer service. As a two-time winner, they're committed to exceeding your expectations. Visit them today at Route 45 at Burwalk or Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, Champagne.com. Sarah Champagne, home of Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, and GMC. That's sarahchampagne.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Take a look around your home. Is it finally ready for some much-needed updates? If you don't know where to start, then just meet with one of our experts. We'll help you find the perfect waterproof plank floor for your kitchen or that stain-resistant, super soft carpet for your bedroom. Finish your room update with a custom sofa and chairs, or choose a trendy in-stock dining set that's priced right. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
The Blossom Basket Florist has been in business since 1954. In the last 25 years, the Blossom Basket Florist has processed over 535,000 orders. That's 21,400 orders per year. With that type of volume, they know they have satisfied customers who just keep coming back. Find out why their customers love their designs and customer service. From simple to simply magnificent, they can design for any type of event. Visit them at 1002 North Cunningham in Urbana or online at blossombasket.com. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is still not close to a deal to fund the government beyond this month. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and a frustrated Republican Senator Steve Daines tells Fox.
This government shutdown nonsense, frankly, is going to hurt the American people, cost more money.
And as Fox's Ryan Schmelz reports, the drama is in the House.
Republicans have not been able to get on the same page when it comes to a short-term spending bill to keep the government open until the end of October. Now, they'll look to their original goal to pass all 12 appropriations bills that fund the government. Today, the House Rules Committee will consider 4 of them. Republican Ralph Norman sits on that committee and tells Fox Business the bills are on speed dial.
We've got to stop this spending with what the Biden administration is doing, and we'll see how it turns out. Do I think a shutdown now is likely? Yes, I do.
Even if they do pass all that, Senate Democrats do not support the spending cuts. House Republicans have no plans to approve new military aid for Ukraine, despite hearing a plea from President Volodymyr Zelensky, who did get a package of additional weapons and aid from President Biden.
More artillery, more ammunition, more anti-tank weapons, and next week, the first U.S. Abrams tanks will be delivered to Ukraine.
Now, Ukraine went on the offensive today with a missile attack that hit the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet. At least 5 students remain in critical condition the day after the charter bus they were on perhaps had a blown tire and went off a highway in New York, crashing down a ravine. Orange County Executive Stephen Newhouse tells Fox.
It looks like there was some damage to the front left side, and that's what caused it. We heard about the tire, but we can't be positive on that right now.
Now, the students were on their way to a band camp in Pennsylvania. The Farmingdale, New York high school band director and a retired teacher were both killed, dozens more injured. It's the 8th day of the auto workers' strike, and it could get bigger. The union warns if there's no progress in talks by noon, more workers will walk off the job. So far, it's just 3 plants they have shut down in this strike, 1 each for Ford, GM, and Stellantis. America's listening to Fox News.
Hun, we need to stop putting off getting life insurance.
I know. It's just been so busy, and I'm sure the cost is out of our budget.
Well, Jen told me that they got a $500,000 term life insurance policy from Ethos for less than $23 a month. All online with no complicated forms and no medical exam. All they had to do was answer a few health questions.
Wait, no medical exam and all online?
I know, right? It's not easy to think about, but if something happened to you, James and I would be...
Okay, I get it. Let's get a quote from Ethos right now. Wow, you were right. There's no medical exam, and Ethos makes the whole online process fast and easy. And look at these rates and coverage options. It's great protection and totally fits our budget.
Ethos. They've removed all the barriers from getting coverage. Go to checkethos.com to get your free online quote. That's checkethos.com. Quote based on a healthy, non-smoking 30-year-old male with a 20-year term policy. Rates may vary.
There has been a bigger border surge this week. 10,000 migrants found crossing illegally Wednesday alone, many of them in Texas. But as Republicans blame Biden policies, Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House reports.
The administration says the president submitted his plans for comprehensive immigration reform on his first day in office. And until Republicans on Capitol Hill start to do something on that, then they've already done their part, and there's nothing more that they can do. The president was speaking at the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Gala last night, and he punted the issue to the GOP.
For decades, immigration reform has been a bipartisan in this country. Unfortunately, the mega Republican congressman of my predecessor spent 4 years gutting the immigration system.
Fox News obtained drone footage showing a group of more than 2,000 passing together near Eagle Pass. That is one of the largest single groups ever recorded.
There's yet another lawsuit related to abortion, but it's different than all those fighting bans put in place in Republican-led states.
California's Attorney General Rob Bonta filing suit Thursday against a chain of anti-abortion counseling centers, claiming they misled women about treatments to reverse the abortion pill. Advocates of the treatment claim that if a pregnant woman takes high doses of the hormone progesterone within 72 hours of taking an abortion-inducing pill, it will safely and effectively cancel its effects. The lawsuit claims abortion pill reversal treatments are unproven, largely experimental, and without scientific backing. The group Heartbeat International says every woman deserves the right to try and save her pregnancy from an abortion she no longer wants. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising. In the NFL, there's one team already 3-0 on the season. The San Francisco 49ers beat the New York Giants 30-12 last night.
We know it's a long season and there's still so much football left. And so I love the mentality of our team right now because I think we're 3-0, we're happy, but we're still hungry and there's still a lot that we can get better at. And that's a good place to be.
That's Christian McCaffrey. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A 3-mile stretch of Jasper Street in Decatur getting a $10 million fit to bring it back to life. City leaders approving earlier in the week a roadmap to revitalize the Jasper Street corridor between Pershing Road and Lakeshore Drive. A year ago, the city of Decatur launched the Great Street, Great Neighborhoods initiative. A bandit man arrested Wednesday in connection to a shooting from June that killed a man. Police say they arrested 45-year-old Sidney Smith at the Champaign County Courthouse where he was attending court on an unrelated case. Police also located the handgun at Smith's car that had been reported stolen out of Indiana. Champaign County Coroner has identified the 23-year-old man who died on Tuesday night after he crashed his car fleeing from police. Dwayne Northrup identified the man as Devontae Turner, adding he was pronounced dead at Carl Foundation Hospital. Northrup said Turner died as a result of injuries sustained in that crash. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. We go to our weather with our meteorologist, Greg Solier. Always a pleasure to have Greg on. Brought to you by Busey for over 150 years. Busey, member FDIC. Well, pretty good significant rain. I thought it rained fairly hard, at least where I was. Greg, do you have anything in the totals? Well, I don't hear him. I'm on the right Eastern time. It's 9:08, 8:08 Central.
Yeah,
anyway, it should be nice today for our broadcast at Pia's.
Yes, looking so forward to that Bullet Woody wagon on the patio. So much free stuff being handed out. And, of course, we've got tickets, we've got T-shirts and hats. We've got Illini jerseys that we handed out last week. Last time we were there, we had a Brett Bielema signed football. I never know what Eric Meyer's going to bring. Of course, he's part of the quarterback club and knows how to work the deals. And we have just a great time after 3. So come by 1609 West Springfield Avenue and enjoy with Pia's this afternoon.
Today's high should be 81 or so.
Yeah.
81 tomorrow, 77 Sunday. No rain expected here for the next week or so, according to what Greg thinks.
Currently at 67 here in downtown Philo.
I'm going to get our friend Lieutenant Commander retired, Joe Cardinelli. He'll be coming up next here on ESPN 93.5. We do have a Stever. If you would like pizza from Jets, I hand that out. I mean, like $50. That's two pizzas? Depending on the size. Jets is a little more money, but it's really worth it based on what they do to make their pizzas. It's different, and you'll find out if you taste it. And if you have tasted it, you know. So you can load up something, get $25, $27 on it, and might get 2. Anyway, $50 bills are being handed out for free pizza. Jets Pizza. Just go to GoStever.com, GoStever.com. American hero, Joe Cardinelli. How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing, my friend?
Retired Lieutenant Commander. Why don't you just be mayor of New York? What do you think?
Anything's an improvement from what we have.
Well, it's all Trump's fault. Well, we know we defined that last hour with the border. Joe Biden said last night it's all Donald Trump and it's all the MAGA Republicans. It's all their fault. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? I don't know, Joe. We live in a crazy world, sir.
Yeah, I believe it. And I think the AI is sitting in the White House right now. We definitely have artificial intelligence up there. That's for sure.
Okay, the artificial intelligence and deep fakes. Would you please explain what's happening? Because it's like, okay, yay, we got fire to warm our hands, and then people burn stuff down. There's just tools we have that are incredible that are misused, and AI is obviously becoming one of them. You're getting the deep fakes with what? Fake voices and fake everything, and people go for it and pay ransoms. What's happening, Joe Cardinale?
Well, you know what? We're so wrapped up in our technology today, and our phones that we're speaking on right now, the computers, going on all the websites and everything, and people don't understand that it's just an information gathering system for the criminals. So you and I have spoken about the things in the past, like the facial recognition. Remember, we had that discussion a while back.
Yep.
This just compounds that by adding a voice print to a face print to everything else and using it in the criminal atmosphere to trick people into believing that they're speaking to a bona fide person, whether it be a family member or whatever. But that's what they're doing today. And there's no checkmate for this right now. So how does law enforcement fight this? I mean, you go out there and you're getting senior citizens that are being duped every day on a normal level where they get regular phone calls from somebody saying, hi, it's the IRS, you're in trouble, and they cave into their demands. Now compound that with something of a family member's voice or a picture. Hey, we could even send you a picture. We have your grandchild over here, and it's all generated from AI. All right, and the public is unaware of all this because there's no instructions from anybody saying be aware of this or be aware of that, and there's no checkmates in place for it on the law enforcement side other than to put anything out there that they can to combat it.
I don't know where this goes, Joe. I mean, this is only going to compound, isn't it?
Oh, it's already compounded from what we discussed, about a month and a half ago. I keep reading these stories. I mean, look at Microsoft, what it just came out with the Windows 11. I got an email about it today. And let your listeners think about that. How many times have we gone and, like you and I will have a conversation, we're in an office or something, I say, you know what, I'm really thinking about going to look at a new car this weekend. And all of a sudden, ads start popping up on your phone for new cars.
Yeah, no, I know
that.
that.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence, and people cannot believe that it is. Like, oh wow, man, it's so crazy. I was just smoking this doobie, and this just popped up. I mean, it's not a coincidence, and stop thinking it is. So Big Brother's been watching and listening for a long time. It's how Big Brother is using this to go out there and
So
assist them.
When it comes to marketing, and I get these, I'm not necessarily attracted to them. I'm creeped out.
I'm creeped out as well, but you know what? It's there, and all these phones and computers, they're a necessary evil for us. However, the evil is out there in the criminal element who's using it to dupe like seniors and everybody else, and not only that, to make a footprint of you using your photos, using your voice. How many times have you received a bogus phone call where they go, oh, I'm sorry, I have the wrong thing, but you already spoke for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Now they have a voice print of you as well. So is it scary? Yes, it is. What can we do as far as law enforcement? Let's get all the information we can about this and put it out there for the public of what they should be aware of what they should be doing. But there's nothing like that right now on the AI end of this. I haven't seen anything.
But you can go to TikTok all day long and do these prints and fake this stuff, and there's the FBI could get it, wouldn't know what to do with it, right? Because it's really them, but somehow they're able to dub new words in or something. I'm not sure.
I mean, anybody could do anything. We've seen that. We've seen that with videos, how they're enhanced, and they're not they're trying to be challenged in court and then having a hard time with it. I mean, we've seen it for. Let's use January 6th. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen how the videos and everything are being played with right now, and now it's just starting to come out with certain news groups that are the only ones that put it out there. But people buy it. That's the scary part. People buy it, and they think it's bona fide. Well, it's on the internet. It must be real. Well, this is the world we live in today. So people just need to be aware, and they have to start forcing government. They're elected officials to hold them accountable for keeping us safe in this area. We're not being kept safe right now.
Joe Cardinale, how can people connect with you, my friend?
JoeCardinale.com. They can leave on my website. I'll be glad to answer anything I'm within my capabilities in this day and age. But Just joecardinelli.com. And like I said, just keeping it real.
Always a pleasure, my friend. I appreciate you.
Anytime. Take care, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Joe Cardinelli, ESPN 93.5. We jump to our morning sports.
Got a comment on text line saying a deep fake of Joe Biden would be obvious. Nothing could be less believable than the real thing.
There you go.
So thanks for that comment. 359-2255, our Tapman's Towing phone line.
We have the Cardinal recap ready now.
Okay, we're 6-0 with the Brewers on top. Here we go.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals are in San Diego, where they'll play the Padres tonight with Dakota Hudson looking for his 7th victory, starting the game for the Cardinals. Wasn't a good homestand. The biggest highlight of the year was Adam Wainwright's 200th victory. He got that Monday night in a 1-0 win over Milwaukee. But in all, against Philadelphia and Milwaukee, with the Brewers winning 6-0 yesterday, a 2-5 homestand.
Cardinals couldn't stay out of the big inning, it seemed like, the entire homestand. But you're right, the Waino victory certainly made it an exciting time to be at Busch Stadium. Cardinals went over 3 million fans. We'll have a couple of days left, 3 days left, in fact, on the schedule at home. But the Cardinals taking on San Diego tonight.
And against right-hander Dakota Hudson, it's Matt Waldron. He's 1-3, and San Diego's been hot lately.
They really have been playing well. They are kind of an underachieving team, but not lately.
The Cardinals and the Padres tonight on the air at 7:45 Central, 8:30. Ricky will have the lineups. And I'll bring you the first pitch around 8:40 Central Time from Petco Park. The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Pittsburgh over the Cubs 8-6 yesterday. Cubs will start a series up against Colorado's Rockies. Noah Davis to the mound for the Rockies. Jamison Talent for the Cubs. That's a 1:20 start today, tomorrow, and Sunday over on US 105.9. Go Cubs. Come on, we need wins. Chicago White Sox and Boston have a 6:10 start. NFL action yesterday. The San Francisco 49ers over the New York Giants 30-12. One of the highlights, Christian McCaffrey says it's a huge honor tying Jerry Rice's touchdowns in 12 straight games.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, he's good.
Also, Dallas cornerback star Trayvon Diggs, a torn knee ligament in practice.
Most interceptions
yesterday.
since 2020, so that'll be a hit for the Cowboys.
Well, the Cowboys had signed a 5-year contract extension worth $97 million with him.
A lot of guarantee
Illinois,
in there.
right. Illinois and Florida Atlantic Owls tomorrow at 2:30. Win tickets over at Pia's will be live after 3 with Lonte and Derek Piper and some fun guests and lots of prizes. Illinois softball in action against Lakeland College moved to today. Speaking of softball, Unity Junior High softball at State at 5 o'clock taking on Beecher. Sunday athletics have Illinois' volleyball team against Michigan State at Huff Hall at 1. Women's soccer hosting Michigan. And when it comes to the NFL, we've got the Bears and Chiefs, Indy and Baltimore, and Saints and Green Bay. Now, when it comes to some local favorites, Central versus Urbana. So Central's 1-2, Urbana's 0-4. PBL and Rantoul. We also have Monticello and Pontiac. SJO is 4-0 on the season, taking on Carterville 4-0 on the season. We have Unity taking on Bloomington Central Catholic. They're 4-0 on the season. Unity 3-1. We also have Villa Grove and Arcola and Tuscola and Central A&M.
All right, Busey suggests before you get married that you have that talk about money. I mean, you having a joint checking account. How's that going to work? What's your credit status? What's your credit status? Kind of talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Marrying a person with bad credit will not drag down your score, but their credit will be factored in when you're applying for joint financing. You need to know everything. Busey can sit down with you and talk about some of the things maybe you're not thinking about. And I know right now it's busy, it's exciting, you're getting married, it's wonderful, but make sure that you guys kind of on the same page and talk about it. And just kind of know what each other's thinking, how much we're going to save, what do you think on vacations, how we're going to do this, do you have a pension? You need to do this when you're young, and then you'll be really good to go when you're older. Just starting out, celebrating your milestone anniversary, Busey can provide an array of solutions tailored to your specific needs. Keep and manage all your accounts in one place. 5 lines of business: personal, mortgage, business, cash management, and wealth management. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of their many convenient locations today. Busey for over 150 years, member FDIC. All of our guests appear on the Tapman's Towing phone line. We want to check your weekend weather. We got Barry Hauser yet to come on the program.
Yes, and Urbana Park District has their Take a Kid Outside weeks to enjoy. We'll get the details soon.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. The rains have been even keeled, soaking, and certainly percolating of late. It's a usual trade-off between, harvest-related activities and backyard-related activities. Things will dry out over the course of the front part of the weekend, but boy, in the overnight hours, 6 inches in areas around Logan County out northwest of Decatur. That's the overnight rainfall totals, and up and around LaSalle County, close to 3 or 4 before all said and done. Most of that broader-based activity to the north and northeast of us as the morning progresses. Still a stray shower thunderstorm here this morning and late this afternoon possible at 81 with a partly sunny sky. 57 tonight. Weekend forecast. Kickoff temperature of 83 with sunshine, light wind, maybe a couple of isolated to widely scattered showers back in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 78 on Sunday, 70s Monday and Tuesday. Back in an extended, dry, milder pattern beginning mid to late next week. Highs between 75 and 80 degrees. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
General Motors and Ford shares are losing ground, though Stellantis shares are higher, with a possible expansion of the United Auto Workers strike looming if there is no significant progress by noon Eastern Time. Amazon shares are up 1%. The company plans to start running ads and shows and movies on Prime Video next year. A commercial-free version of Prime Video will cost $2.99 a month. Amazon's been looking for ways to generate more income from its entertainment to cover the costs of creating its shows and movies. Tech investor Cathie Wood's ARK Invest Fund continued to sell Tesla stock this week, dropping 170,000 of the shares in 3 consecutive days. Wood has been locking in profits on Tesla stock since mid-June. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosolda, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Stay on top of the latest news and information from Fox News. Listen and download the Fox News Hourly Update on your time. The trending stories you need anytime you want it. Listen and download now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com. The Fox News Rundown, a contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Your daily dose of news twice a day. Featuring insight from top newsmakers, reporters, and Fox News contributors. Listen and subscribe now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com.
He's with the Urbana Park District. It's David Subers. David, how are you?
Hey, doing all right. How about yourself, Stevie?
Fine. I mean, I see this thing you're doing, Take a Child Outside Week, and my knee-jerk is, don't we take our kids outside?
Right.
I mean, I guess we're just so locked into our electronics that you have to say, hey, guys, let's go out.
Yeah.
The vitamin D, it's sunshine, and
Right.
it's really cool.
Take them outside. The weather's beautiful.
I mean, it's good for you guys, and Urbana has a lot of cool places to go outside, that's for sure.
Heck yeah, we do. And we're kind of doing some different events throughout the next week or so at different parks and things. So it'll be great for people to visit some new places maybe that they haven't checked out before, too.
What's outdoor movie night? Everybody loves those. That's tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So we're kicking it off tonight. We got outdoor movie night. We're playing a movie called The Bad Guys, and I'm excited about it. I think it's a good one. Fits our kind of vibe pretty well.
Okay, that's at 6:45 at the Anita Purvis Nature Center. Now, I want to remind people, because I've done things in our hometown parks, that if you have a kid 15 and under, you have to stay with that kid. You can't just drop them off.
That's right. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Yep, we try to, all these programs are, if you're bringing your child, make sure to be there with them, because, that's part of this whole effort is kind of get kids out there with adults and, kind of experience some good nature or just outdoor play together.
So they're bringing their own lawn chair or a blanket to sit on for that?
That's right. Bring a lawn chair and a blanket. Check in at 6:45. We'll start the movie right at 7 as the sun starts going down there. And, it'll go till about 8:40 or so.
So pretty much every day you got something going on. David, let's talk about what's happening tomorrow.
Heck yeah, you got it. So tomorrow is a big event that I'm really excited about at the Nature Center between 1 and 3 p.m. We're doing kind of several things at once, and we're calling it Uniting People, Art, and Nature. We've got a new art show opening. We've got a brand new chainsaw sculpture on the playscape that we're kind of officially unveiling and doing a ribbon cutting. And then for, some younger audiences, we've got a program called Theme with sticks, where we're going to have all these different stations for building and crafting and, learning about science and looking at things with microscopes. And it's just going to be great. We're really excited. We've been putting a lot of effort into it.
So that's 1 to 3 tomorrow at the Anita Purvis Nature Center. I know my son Aiden is a big stick fanatic for some reason. That's something that he's gravitated to, and he runs them between his fingers. It's a sensory thing, but you can make towers and forts and rafts and things like that too.
That's right. We're going to build necklaces. We've got some cool sound stations. I mean, it's just going to be, we've got all kinds of fun stuff out there. And like you said, kids, they gravitate towards playing with sticks, and it's a good resource that we've got lots of.
The texture track sounds interesting at Meadowbrook on Sunday after 1.
That's right. Yep. So on Sunday, the very next day, that's the 24th here, we're going to be out at Meadowbrook Park from 1 to about 3 p.m. still. We're asking that people pick up their activity books by 2:30. But, yeah, we're celebrating the Wandell Sculpture Garden's 25th anniversary on Sunday, and we're going to give out some little activity books. People can go around, try to check out some different sculptures and do some texture rubbings. They can bring them back to us when they're done, and they get to see a special animal guest and maybe get to touch its texture, too.
Do we come in off Ray Street for that event on Sunday after 1 at Meadowbrook?
Yeah, great question. There's 2 entrances. We are going to be at the Ray Street entrance next to the Garden Pavilion. So not the entrance with the big, wooden playground, but the other one off of Ray Street.
We want people to go to the website so they can really explore all you've got, but some cool things later. Full Moon Hike is coming up September 28th, and kids go fishing on the 29th.
Nice.
That's fun.
That's right. Yep, we've had some really good days out there fishing with some kids at Crystal Lake Park, and we've had people just get really excited about it, catching their first fish out there, and really get into that new hobby. So, we want to explore that. Kids Go Fishing, like you said, is Friday the 29th from 4 to 6 at the Lake House in Crystal Lake Park. And our Full Moon Hike is actually full. Those are the only 2 programs where we're asking for pre-registration, and our Full Moon Hike is actually totally full up.
Oh, nice.
But we'll do those again. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, if you've got small kids up to age 15, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. It's something to do. It's something different. Urbana's loaded with cool things like that. David, I'm just sorry you're not enthusiastic about this, man.
Tell me about it, right? If only I could be more excited.
No, you exude.
This is your zone,
You
Dave.
exude the week. Okay, where do I go to learn more in detail?
Yes, absolutely. So check out urbanaparks.org. Go on the web, and you'll see some information right on the front page about Tickets Out Outside Week. You can also give us a call if you have questions at the Anita Purvis Nature Center. Give us a call at 217-384-4062.
Good work. Good job, David. Way to go.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate y'all.
Anytime.
Have a great weekend.
We like the energy there. That's good stuff. All right, there you go. A whole week, get your kids out. And again, that sounds like, well, what do you mean? Right. I mean, the kids aren't going out.
And the hikes at Busey Woods midweek sounds great. They also have the Sunday morning bird walks at Busey Woods that are fun after 7:30. And Blair Park will have a bubble bonanza on September 27th. So again, learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Yeah, so it's just, you might be surprised if you go to Anita Purvis Nature Center and walk in Busey Woods behind that and just close your eyes and pretend you're like in Timbuktu because you'll feel like that.
I know it.
It's just, you get away and you say, well, I'm in Urbana near the Urbana Country Club. Hey, you get away.
Right.
It feels different. It's just like, yeah.
I love that it has the wood planks that, you're not going to get muddy on your hike.
No, right.
They have it elevated. So we've had some spotty showers. You can still have a great walk within, a couple of minutes of the shower passing.
All right. We're going to break. Be right back. We'll talk with, I don't think we have not in a long time. Barry Hauser.
Love Barry Hauser. Big fan.
Lacks energy. Other than that, we will get into that about the Marching Illini Band Day. Everything's great except I wouldn't want his job coordinating that.
That is a lot. A lot of people.
400 people
on a Marching Illini alone.
Yeah, the band day is what, 1,000? It's a lot.
That's crazy.
And it's a big day for those kids.
And to teach everybody the moves. And
well, they learn it before, but you still got to.
Oh.
They all work on the music.
At their own high school.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I'm thinking, I don't know that. I'm presuming they come in ready. What number are we playing?
Exactly.
We're playing Joy to the World.
I
number
can't
42.
imagine playing and marching. I played the trumpet in junior high, but wow.
Yeah, that whole coordination thing where you're supposed to be on the 19.5-yard line. I don't get it either. News coming up.
Tabbins Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Allow us to offer you a welcoming invitation to our MCC family get-together on Sunday, September 24th. Come and join our Muhammad Christian Church as we will celebrate our weekly worship service outside at 10 a.m. A tent canopy to protect from the weather will be in place, and a welcoming team will greet you and your family and assist your every need. Bottled water, smiles, and a chorus of "Glad to see you" will be provided. And please stop by our children's ministry table and hear of the creative, exciting, and fun walks with Jesus. Join us as we share communion and the feeling of our Lord smiling with His blessings. That's Muhammad Christian Church, 908 North Lake of the Woods Road, Sunday, September 24th for outside service at 10 a.m. And stay for our MCC family get-together picnic, absolutely free following service. We are Muhammad Christian Church, 908 North Lake of the Woods Road. Please visit muhammadchristian.org.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Okay, so we have Stever. It's Jets Pizza. Go Stever.com. We have live from Pia's today, 3 to 5, or the 3 o'clock repeated in the 5 o'clock hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of happenings going on today, and Pia's is fun. Come on out to West Springfield and figure out where you're parking. Sometimes it's a little tricky here.
It's all good,
You can figure it out. You can figure it out.
So great.
And you got to be there for the live show. Lonte, Derek Piper, lots of free stuff, including game tickets.
And the Bullet Woody Wagon.
Woo-wee. We'll be right back. ESPN 93.5.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There are no House votes scheduled today or this weekend on spending bills to keep the federal government funded past next Saturday. Republicans can't agree on what to do.
We have, I think, 5. They're saying no. I'll say this. The worst thing we can do is shut down the government at this point.
Utah Republican Burgess Owens, South Carolina Republican Ralph Norman, also on Fox Business.
There's just a core group of us that economic security is national security. We're tired of it.
And so far, that group opposes a short-term deal to extend federal funding past the end of the month deadline. A Ukrainian missile strike hits the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Naval Fleet in Russian-occupied Crimea. Ukraine's President Zelensky in Washington's thanking the U.S. for more military aid.
It has exactly what our soldiers need now.
Artillery rounds, anti-tank weapons, additional air defense, and other equipment. Fox confirms that migrant encounters for this fiscal year ending at the end of this month have broken last year's record. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Danville man charged in a deadly road rage shooting in Texas. Police in Van Zandt County, Texas, say a woman shot while in a car on Tuesday on I-20. Police determined Jason Rashad Williams, the shooter. He was driving an 18-wheeler at the time. Williams being held on 1 count of murder and 3 additional charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. A man dead after fleeing from police and crashing in Champaign. They say Damati Turner killed in the accident Tuesday night at the intersection of Springfield Avenue and Staley Road. He previously fled a traffic stop by Champaign County Sheriff's Office earlier in the night. Police believe he was fleeing the area after spotting a Sheriff's Department car on Staley Road. Well, Susana Soriano is Governor Pritzker's pick to be next director of banking for the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. Soriano previously served as the deputy director of banking after joining the department in October of 2020. That's what's happening. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and vicinity. And overnight rains have been slow to move and recurring over parts of north central and central Illinois to our northwest and north. Some spots from LaSalle County, 1 to 3 inches of rain have come on down, close to 6 inches in areas just northwest of Decatur, centered right around sections of Logan County. In any event, a couple of showers around parts of the area for this morning, a rumble of thunder, and maybe an isolated shower this afternoon. Becoming partly sunny, 81, down tonight to a partly cloudy low of 57. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm. Kickoff temperature and highs at around 83 and a light east-southeasterly wind. Back into a couple of isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. Highs up near 78 on Sunday. 70s for Monday and Tuesday right through the rest of next week. Back into a mild and drier weather pattern in the middle and late portions of next week for outdoor work and harvest-related activities. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solye.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits. With an exquisite selection of top-tier vehicles, impeccable service, and unbeatable prices, they are your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Experience luxury, performance, and style like never before. Visit today and drive home in the vehicle you've always desired. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. Your journey towards automotive perfection starts here. Visit them at Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com. Well, it's band day tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, at 8:34. Q, the best band in the land.
Yeah. I love it.
Happy to welcome Barry Hauser. He's the man with the white gloves that really knows what he's doing. Barry, how in the heck are you, man? Been a while.
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you both doing?
We're doing fine. I think the last time I saw you and your beautiful family, I think Abigail's your wife, you had two little kids that were like, I don't know, 4 and 2. How old are they now? How old are they now?
Yes, they are 10 and 11.
Wow!
Growing up quick.
Are they
crazy?
Are they interested in marching? Do they play instruments? What's your story?
Well, they do play some instruments, but they're very athletic-oriented right now. We've got one running cross-country in 6th grade and another playing travel league basketball. So that's filling the time, but they both are playing brass instruments as well.
Wow.
So staying busy.
It's Barry Hauser. So band day means that not only do you have to do your stuff, but now you got to integrate their stuff. I have no idea how you do your job.
Right.
No idea.
Yeah, there are days I don't know how I do my job either. So I'm just really lucky. I've got great students. No, we've got a little over 25 high schools from across the state of Illinois. So we'll have about 1,500 extra high school students on the field. So, we've got a rehearsal/practice that will take place tomorrow morning. That'll be the first time we put that all together, and fingers crossed.
I mean, they have the music and they've been working on it presumably for a while. Is that how it works?
Yeah, we send out the music, we send out videos for the dance teams and for the guard members so they know some of the routines before they get here. And we take probably about a half hour, 45 minutes tomorrow morning. We'll put that all out on the field, let them know how they get out there, how they get from the stands down to the field through the south tunnel. And, then the magic happens. At least we hope. Some type of magic.
But for these kids, this is a moment. This is huge. You never get tired of being down there, do you?
No, we really don't. And I think that's something that I remind our own students. I think it can be you can take that for granted, what a great opportunity that we have to be on the field on a regular basis. But, for these high school students, some of them, it may be their dream to be part of the Marching Illini or to do something like this later on. And just to, have an experience like this, to be part of something bigger than themselves is just a huge thing for many of them.
Yeah, I don't think people understand the work that goes in. When early August hits, you guys are out there.
Yeah, no matter how hot it is.
Long, man. You're working hour after hour after hour. It's unbelievable. Don't you get tired, Barry Hauser? Don't you wear down, man?
Yeah, I'm still ticking along. I'm doing all right. I think, working with these students, they keep you young, so that's part of it. But it's a great job that I have. Often referred to it as the world's best job. Yes, and as like with anything, as we all know, there's certain things out there that can take away from that. But at the end of the day, the impact that you have, the support that we can provide for football and for our fans and the many people that we get to communicate with is such a huge part of why this job is so positive and attitude of gratitude all the way.
How many are on the field at a time?
So we take 400. Something that listeners may not know is that we actually auditioned the group, and this past year we had to turn away about 800 people from the Marching Illini. It's
Are you
crazy.
serious? Is that the same at Purdue or anywhere? I mean, I've never heard of that. Really?
I don't know. I think that they auditioned there. They auditioned at Ohio State, and they've got pretty good numbers too. So, but our numbers continue to be very high.
Unbelievable. So, well, I met one of your freshmen, and really have been hanging a little because she goes to CrossFit. She's one of our coaches. My son owns a CrossFit gym. Her name is Gwyneth Graham. She plays clarinet. And
Gwyneth. Yes.
Then wait a minute now. Hold on. You have 400. And I said, Gwyneth, I just might drop your name. He said, well, he knows all of us. I'm going, no way. You really do know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Unbelievable.
See, so, just real quick, we take pictures of everybody the first day of preseason camp, and that's my playbook.
Yeah, but wait, we're not talking 40 here. We're talking 400,
right?
man.
Yeah, and they all look the same with the hats and the outfits. I mean, can you say, Gwyneth, you're out of step over there?
That's crazy.
What is really crazy is when you've got siblings and sets of twins, which right now we've got several sets of those. So,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I cannot believe Barry Hauser says he had to turn away 800 people. Nice. When you got here from Eastern, you're down there at Eastern, you got here, how many did you have audition at that time?
My first year here, we probably were, in some sections, we were short. We didn't have enough to fill out everything.
I think it's your energy, man. I do. I think it's the guy bouncing. You're like 30 now, 35 years old. You're just.
You are too kind.
I mean, to tell you, look at you. You haven't changed a bit, man. You're up there with the white glove.
Take that.
It's just such a huge deal. If our football team back in the day when we weren't very good, they always stayed till after your show. And then, they stay because the Marching Illini are the real deal. And having to audition so many kids, no wonder you got great players. They have to be great to make it.
Yeah, they really do. And that's what, even if I'm the average to mediocre band director, they're going to make me look great. So the point of that comment is it's not really me. It's really the students, and they want to be part of something successful. And so they come together and they work hard each and every day, and none of them are on scholarship or anything like that. Wow. It's a class that they take. So they're outstanding individuals that just love the University of Illinois.
How fun was the bowl last year? I mean, it had to be a huge deal to get to do that, but a huge, enormous effort and expense to get to do that. But what a thrill for the kids on a bus all night.
Yeah, absolutely. And, some people will look at it, well, what's the national championship? But for the band perspective, that is the best bowl that takes care of their bands anywhere.
Really?
It's far better than the national championship experience. It's very band friendly. I mean, our hotel was on the beach. They're in Clearwater.
Nice.
We had a better setup than the football team.
Wow.
I mean, it was magnificent because we were right there on the water.
And you know what? Those kids remember that bowl trip, and they want to go back, obviously. So you're kind of vested in the game. The band's very active during the game. You want to win, so you can do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lot easier to cheer and to be there at those games, especially as the weather will turn here soon and it'll get really cold and you're sitting out there for 4 hours. If you're winning, you forget about how cold it is. So, they're definitely and fully supportive of the Illini football team. Same thing when we're in basketball for men's and women's basketball, volleyball as well. So they're great, dedicated students that love the Illini.
Do you have the concert at the Assembly Hall? I mean, the State Farm Center? Is that happening
Yeah.
still? Okay, when is that?
It is coming back. It's coming back for the first time in 10 years. So October 8th, Sunday, October 8th at 3 p.m., and tickets are already available. We've already sold thousands of tickets already, so plenty of room there, though. So would love to see a lot of folks out there to catch the Marching Illini in person.
Do you have any fundraisers and things like that you do? And what's that money used for?
Yeah, so we don't do fundraisers specifically, but we have, like the university, development and advancement teams and efforts that, part of our practice field, we have a 60-foot tower out there in the shape of a black eye that was all provided by donors.
Okay.
So we have gift funds that are set up that people can donate to, which we're extremely grateful. Those funds go towards, if athletics can't afford to take everybody on a bowl trip, we can sometimes supplement that to make sure that every member has that opportunity. When we travel to an away game, that's not covered under athletics right now. That's something that we actually cover. So when we went to Michigan last year, that's an expense that we do, and we take that from some of the gift funds that we have to make sure we can support the football.
Do you guys realize how important you are? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I don't know.
That's a great comment. I mean, I think there's times that yes, and there's other times maybe no, and I think part of that may be just trying to make sure that we keep our feet grounded.
Yeah.
We certainly don't want to think that we can exist without others. So I'm really careful with our messaging with even our students. We know we're a great organization, but I never want us to feel that we're too good, to just exist on our own. And I mean, let's be honest, if we didn't have football, is there a need for the Marching Illini? Some people could argue yes, because of community events and things like that. But honestly, our sole role is to support the football team.
Well, you do great at everything, and you sound always so good, but now I know why. And tell young Andy Isbell. Who I hired in the 90s.
Yes.
What a great voice. And
he used to work with us in radio back in the day.
Good man. As a good man.
He is.
He really is.
Good man. And, he was a member of the Marching Illini. Yep. So that was outstanding. And, he's been the voice of the Marching Illini now for well over 20 years.
I remember. Hey, listen, Barry Hauser, keep it going. We do appreciate greatly what the Marching Illini does and the amount of hours and minutes you put into this and the energy off the charts. But there are thousands upon thousands that just truly appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for some time this morning. Appreciate you all, and as always, go Illini!
Go Illini! Barry Hauser, Marching Illini Director, Marching Band. He's in charge of all the bands.
And Band Day tomorrow.
He does it big time, and 800 turned away from being. Wow.
Right.
That's huge.
Go Illini!
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Hi, this is Kirk Lehman with Aftershock Decals and Design. And right now we are looking for an honest, hardworking individual that wants a career with Aftershock Decals and Design. If you have any kind of experience wrapping vehicles, tinting windows, we want you.
You can't touch this.
No, not that kind of wrapper.
Can't touch this.
Please go to our website at aftershockdd.com, click on the Jobs tab, and send in your resume. We want you. aftershockdd.com.
Like every bank, there's a time every day when we stop making loans. But at Iroquois Federal, we never stop making a difference, thanks to an amazing team of employees who give back to their local communities all over Central Illinois. From hospital boards and local school programs to Kiwanis and the United Way, Iroquois Federal employees donated more than 1,000 volunteer hours last year. And we'll do it again next year, because the only thing we like more than making a loan is making a difference. Iroquois Federal, still friendly, still local, still here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wow. So Friday Night Football, Wisconsin at Purdue.
Yeah.
I don't think Purdue can beat Wisconsin. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's a interesting game.
It's a 6 o'clock
Do I root
game.
for Purdue? Because we play them next week.
In West Lafayette, Indiana.
Do we want them to win going into us or lose going? I don't know.
And then we have other games like Rutgers at number 2 Michigan, Maryland at Michigan State. That's 2:30. Of course, we're at 2:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then Michigan and Northwestern is 6:30 on Saturday night. So lots of Big Ten action to look forward to. Of course, we'll be at Pia's after 3 if you want to join us. 1609 West Springfield Avenue. The Bullet Woody Wagon. Lots of drink specials, lots of prizes, and tickets to the game as we face the Owls tomorrow. Great to hear from our band director, Barry Hauser, about the 1,500 students in for Band Day. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, athletic director Josh Whitman does his 5K, and then there's the Illini Walk, and just all the tailgating. It's a blast. Milwaukee beat St. Louis yesterday. Now we're gearing up for a series here on ESPN 93.5 starting at 8:40 against San Diego. Pittsburgh over the Cubs. Colorado is who will take on in US 105.9 at 1:20 today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Go Cubs! We need wins.
You have to get some wins here this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to Atlanta and Milwaukee to finish the year. Even though they'll be prepping for the playoffs, they're not going to lay down because they got to play. Okay, 8:48. Check Greg's weather one more time coming up.
A biker, a Baptist minister, a Catholic priest, a veteran, and a farmer walk into a trucking company. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's the diversification of the driver force at Gale Frericks Trucking. At GFT, we welcome all qualified Class A CDL holders. So if you have 2 years of experience or less with military service, a clean driving record, and a positive work ethic, we want you to fill one of our 3 open regional band positions today. You will have every weekend at home and earn the money to enjoy it with our $1,200 weekly gross pay guarantee, in addition to all the other great advantages GFT offers. During the month of September, we are paying a $4,000 sign-on bonus to experienced drivers that want to work for a company that works as hard for them as they work for us. Call 765-793-7131 or email timo@gftlog.com. 765-793-7131 or email timo@gftlog.com.
That's Donna, as in Tim and Donna, and they run Dedicated Diesel and Gale Ferrex Trucking. I got this from Donna and Tim yesterday. Your loaded and rolling barbecue team, powered by Gale Ferrex Trucking, will be competing, locally, Terre Haute.
Okay.
October 7. And we're not going to play football. We're playing the 6th that night against Nebraska. So you can drive down to Terre Haute. And the Fork in the Road Barbecue Festival at the Mill Concert Venue, sponsored by WTHI Television. I think it's Channel 10 down there.
Okay.
There will be live music and a People's Choice competition where you can sample entries from all the competing teams and vote for your favorite, hopefully, them. 25 teams entered in multiple categories, cooking all 4: chicken, ribs, pork, brisket. $4,000 championship.
Boy, that sounds awesome.
Yep, it's October 7 down at Terre Haute. If you want to go cheer for our local people, that would be awesome and a lot of fun. Let's check your weather one more time with meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity. The rains have been even keeled, soaking, and certainly percolating of late. It's a usual trade-off between, harvest-related activities and backyard-related activities. Things will dry out over the course of the front part of the weekend, but boy, in the overnight hours, 6 inches in areas around Logan County out northwest of Decatur. That's the overnight rainfall totals, and up and around LaSalle County, close to 3 or 4 before all said and done. Most of that broader-based activity to the north and northeast of us as the morning progresses. Still a stray shower thunderstorm here this morning and late this afternoon possible at 81 with a partly sunny sky. 57 tonight. Weekend forecast. Kickoff temperature of 83 with sunshine, light wind, maybe a couple of isolated to widely scattered showers back in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 70 on Sunday, 70s Monday and Tuesday. Back in an extended, dry, milder pattern beginning mid to late next week. Highs between 75 and 80 degrees. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hi, this is Chris Jackson with Kramer Siding and Window. And whatever your project, you can count on Kramer Siding to offer you the best products backed by the best warranties in the business and a lifetime of great customer service. And right now, you can save 10% on roofing, sunrooms, and decks, get 15% off gutter helmet, and you can save 25% on preservation siding, windows, and doors. So call today or visit us at kramersiding.com and let's get started on your project.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Okay, so we'll see you at Pia's later today, or live broadcast.
That's right.
It'll be from beginning at 3.
Right down the street from Pia's is Jet's Pizza, and that's our offer today.
Yep.
They're at 1907 West Springfield and 512 South Neal Street, but GoStever.com to try to get that $50, and we'll let you know at the end of the night.
Yep, you'll get an email if you're one of our winners, but GoStever.com to enter that. And then we play Florida Atlantic right now. We're just kind of about Illinois football. We were all this energy with Toledo and ended up winning, didn't play great. Then Kansas wasn't so good. I thought they showed me what I needed to see against Penn State, that we still have a very good defense.
Right.
We're ironing some things out. I think it's hard to know how bad of a day Luke Altmaier had. 4 interceptions. What if it's the best defense in America? Then you explain that 1 or 2 of them were just great defensive plays.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Time will tell. Will Penn State roll over Iowa? I don't think Iowa can stay with them. And I think Wisconsin will probably beat Purdue tonight in West Lafayette, but maybe not. Maybe not. I just think the West, where Illinois is placed, is going to kind of a coin flip. It means we can win them all or lose them all. I mean,
That's right.
Real even. I think Nebraska, Illinois is pretty even, it looks like. Purdue, Iowa might be a tick better. Wisconsin might be a tick better. Maryland might be a tick better. Indiana, Northwestern, we're better than they are.
Yeah.
So that's why I still think we can get to 6. Really, really important to keep the momentum going. But I think it'll happen. I think we'll get to 6 wins, which is a bowl.
I'll be at Broadlands tomorrow. It's their homecoming festival. Looking forward to the pet and bike parade as I get out of the gate at 11 a.m. in downtown Broadlands. That'll be fun tomorrow.
Yeah, weather be warm.
I know
I think
it.
we're in shorts tomorrow.
Exactly.
So football game as well. I think it's plenty warm in the 80s. So let's get it done and get that win tomorrow. Get a nice solid feel ahead of the Purdue game, and you're going against your defensive coordinator from last year. So
yeah,
buckle up, Buttercup. Isn't that what Brett says?
It's true.
Buckle up, Buttercup. I know. Okay, we'll be back on Monday.
You know when he's finishing up because he says, I know.
We'll see you on Monday.
Enjoy the weekend.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
Fighting Illini football versus Florida Atlantic University on Saturday, September 23rd. Bring the whole family and enjoy the family fun in Grange Grove with bounce houses, equipment try-on, live music, tailgating, and more. Get tickets as low as $15 for Fighting Illini football versus Florida Atlantic. Saturday, September 23rd at fightingillini.com.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, home of their award-winning Honda dealership, a double recipient of the prestigious Honda President's Award. With a legacy of excellence, they offer you the finest selection of Honda vehicles backed by unparalleled customer service. As a 2-time winner, they're committed to exceeding your expectations. Visit them today at Route 45 at Burwalk or Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, Champagne.com. Sarah Champagne, home of Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, and GMC. That's sarahchampagne.com.
During challenging times, family and health come first. This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Many of us have spent the past year feeling a little bit out of control. There are steps you can take to help plan for a better financial future. Now is the time to take action and create a financial plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, my name is Josh Morford. I'm the youth minister at Mahomet Christian Church, and I want to inform you of something awesome that's going to be happening on September 22nd after the homecoming Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football game. Our church is going to be hosting something called the Fifth Quarter. What Fifth Quarter is it is a safe, fun environment for your middle school or high school student to come and have something fun to do after the football game. Our church is going to be providing food. We're going to have gift card giveaways. We're going to have things like inflatables and 9 square and gaga balls set up. We're going to have some different kind of games if those aren't your speed. We're going to have lots of awesome adult volunteers there to keep your kids safe and let them have a really great time. And that party is going to go from the end of the game until 11:15. We would love to see you. Go Bulldogs.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
These days, it seems like bank names are changing faster than a forecast in February. But at Iroquois Federal, we're still the same community bank we've always been. For more than 135 years, we've built relationships by helping build the things that matter, whether it's a business, a back porch, or the building blocks of a better life. If you're looking for a bank that's here for the long haul, swing by today and see for yourself why different rules. Iroquois Federal, still friendly, still local, still here.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.